Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Oh man. And we are live. What's going on, everyone? What's going on? Let's do some charting. Let's see what we got in the cards here in the upcoming week. So the first thing I want to do, I love to see what history in has done in the past. So we're gonna look at the inaugurations that have happened here in the past and what kind of day we've had on those days. If we can go that go back that far here. Let's go to 5 years. I need to go to all really. Let's go to a specific date actually. Let's go to January. Let me make sure I don't have voice mod open. Let's go to January the 20th of 21. The day that old Biden got inaugurated. So why are we on a monthly chart? We should be on a daily. All right, so January the 20th is right here. All right, so I had a pretty good day. Um, Damn, NQ is almost half the price. We went from we went about, that's your average move right now, right? A little over 200, about 250, 260 points, with a range a little bigger than that. But we had a breakout of our SMAs here, and it looks like we bounced a little bit off of it, came up all the way up here to 327, and then we closed right under that. So let's take some notes here. All right, so Biden 120 21. Let's get exact range here. Let's try to get as granular as we can. 13020. This is our range for that day. 13020 to 13325. And this stuff is tedious, but if you love doing this, like just, if you love trading, and if you love trading, you got to love charting. If you don't love charting, then you're going to be out of luck with most of your plays. 13029 is where we opened. Okay, so our range, our open was 13029. If I'm not mistaken, right? Is that right? 13029? Yeah, 13029. Our open was 13029. Our range was from 13020 to 13325. We closed at roughly 13289. 13289. Hope everyone's Sunday is going well. Just been chilling. This is for Biden inauguration. All right. What's going on, y'all? Drop those likes. I appreciate whoever just liked the stream. Drop those likes while you're here. Okay, so that was the most recent inauguration. So let's get a little more in detail of that day. If we can get that. I'm sure we can. It's just gonna be okay. It's not taking me there. I guess because that's on a 15-minute time frame. Let's see if we can go on a 30-minute or even an hourly. It's not gonna take me there. Look at that. Oh man. They're like, yo, That is way too far back. You are asking for way too much, my boy. That's the last available bar. Ah, you know why? Because I don't have TradingView Premium. That's why. Let's see if we can look back on here. Is there any particular way to find a specific day? Let's go to 10 years of data. This is going to load a whole lot of data here. So we got to be patient here. And while we're waiting, does anybody have any questions about anything AMA today with charting? Um, Drop a like if you are here. I appreciate you being here. Please drop a like. Thank you so much for your support. Love the fact that we have viewers here right now. That lets me know that you guys are definitely interested in what we're doing here. Let's go with a 5-minute period. How about that? 5 minutes, crazy. I don't know how to jump to a specific date here on Quantar. I'm sure there is a way that I can actually go to a specific date. I just don't know how to get there. Let's see. Guaranteed there's a way to go to a specific date. I just don't know how to get there. This is gonna take forever. Let's see. What year? 2024. We're not even close. See, it won't even give me past 2024 here. All right, well, so we're out of luck on that. We can probably do it better here on TradingView on the daily. Let's see if I can get it even on the 4-hour, if it's possible. Oh, wow. Okay, so we are able to get a 4-hour at least reading. We're looking for the 20th, which is here. This is where we open on the 20th. Okay, so let's get a vertical line drawn, just so I can kind of get a gauge on that. This is when the future market opened at 5 p.m. my time. So you may, oh wait, no, that was a Wednesday. Sorry. So why did it open at 1? Interesting. Okay. Well, anyway, let's go through that day and see. We are on a 4-hour time frame, so that's not much. But let's see what happened at close. Close, we had a strong close there. Okay, so in this one little 4-hour time frame, looked like we were just bouncing off of our SMA until we finally found some separation, but then we came back to it eventually the day after, right? And overall, let's look at it on a weekly perspective. So the 21st, to the end of the week, it actually closed up at the top of this range here. So we had a little resistance at the close. So the close of that day became basically your resistance for the rest of the week. So just consolidated at that point, right? So let's see. Close of highs of inauguration day became resistance range for the rest of the week. The highs of inauguration day. Let's put that. Highs of inauguration day became resistance range for the rest of the week, right? So these were the highs here. Just joined in. Why are we looking back 10 years? We are looking at inauguration day and that week of inauguration day to see what happened. History typically repeats itself. So we're looking at that. Let's see here. And so that was the Biden inauguration. Consolidation for the rest of the week. So we got that. What's the next inauguration or previous inauguration was in 2017 of January 20th. So let's see if we can get to 2017. I can't get it. So we won't be able to really see what happened on that day. But we will be able to see it on the daily. No, we can't even see that. Jeez. They don't want to give us any data from back then, huh? They're just like, no, you can't see all that. All right, so then screw that. And so let's go back to today or the past few days. Holy shit, we're so far down. So the only thing we have really is the history from the last inauguration. I'd much rather see Trump's inauguration simply because that would make a huge difference. Let's look and see. Stock market, NQ, January 20th, 2017. Let's see if that pulls up for us here. Okay, so it went down. It actually went down. Let's look. Yahoo's gonna give us some something. I would like to see the chart though. It'd be nice to see the chart. Really nice. There it is. So this is the Dow. That's GE. I guess the Dow is not too bad. It all pretty much moves the same. Nasdaq was up 0.3. Dow Jones was up 0.5. When the last time he was inaugurated, or the last time it was an inauguration day, this marked the best performance for an inauguration day of a president since Ronald Reagan's second inauguration. So we should be looking at a pretty bouncy day regardless, right? We know that because he may say something crazy, or he may say something great. So, or it may be a mix of both. I wish I could see the chart though. I just really wish I could see the chart. This is probably the best thing we're gonna get out of here. I really wish I could see it. So we opened on the Dow 795, had a high of 843, so less than 100 points. A low of less, a change in less. Okay, so not too bad, I guess. That's not a lot. It was very range bound though, so we didn't really move much. It was just really choppy. So expect chop tomorrow. Obviously, everyone knows that, right? We're already ready for some chop. We know that there's going to be chop tomorrow, based on whatever his speech is, whatever he's saying. I'll probably have his speech up on the live, maybe, because that's a copyright issue as well. So, but all right. So we'll just get into charting. We'll just get into charting here for the daily. What are we looking at? What are we expecting? What are we looking at? What are we expecting? So first thing I want to see is the DSMA. Looks like we're above it. I was looking earlier at some things. So we did kind of have a tiny little double bottom at and so I just want to kind of compare it to what I saw. Okay, so this is a good downtrend here. So we had a downtrend, and this is similar to what we saw, what we're seeing, right? We want to kind of see what happened, what the market's reaction was. We're here up in a beautiful uptrend. There's no reason to think that we're going down anytime soon. We're just simply, consolidating here. But we are curling up on this SMA here. Right, orange is still, I can't really see orange. Orange is curling up as well. And then of course red just needs to catch up. It doesn't have It's still kind of moving downwards. We haven't broken up above, but our DSMA here is starting to curl down along with red, right? It's down with red, but we have green about to cross orange, both turning upwards. This is at the most recent highs. Let's see the most recent highs here. Okay, so this is the most recent high. If history were to repeat itself, right? Right now, we're just like fighting the red and the SMA. It doesn't seem like that ever really happened again. Cause see, red has always been over and then it came under. Red was over, then it came under. But this is such a bigger spread. Let's see. That was another recent high. We got a turn up right here on the day that it turned up and touched. We didn't have much range at all. Look at that. It's like, I mean, it's still a lot of points, right? 681 all the way up. So a couple hundred points, but it seems like it was pretty choppy that day. This is what we're seeing here. That's like perfect. So tomorrow may be pretty range bound. Let's just give it 200 points, right? I just kind of want to put this here. So roughly about 600 to, let's just say, about 800. And that kind of aligns here with what we see. Probably give it a little more than that. What we see in terms of some resistance on the daily. Not so much with the support. I guess it kind of is a little bit. Now, if we were to go down, it's not going to go all the way down here, right? Because our tip, I mean, this is not going to happen. This was literally from the highs, and then we closed the gap and just kept going lower. So, I'm looking for maybe some upside, then back down, maybe a wick. So we'll see that. But let's look at the down, how we can go down. So if we go down, I would be surprised if, let's see. So we came up, history repeats itself. This is the kind of candle I'm thinking we're going to see tomorrow, right? Where we just have a small range of about 200 points, and we'll just kind of sit up here, because we did break out, right? We did break out of this here. Oh, well, technically we didn't. On the daily, we touched and we came back down. Um, So we may try to break out and we might go up here and then we'll just close down here, right? Which will then set up the rest of the week for down. However, it's not necessarily what could happen. We might pop up, hold it, then come back down eventually in a couple of days for confirmation, then bounce up and go higher. So, there's no telling yet. We can't just say, oh yeah, this is what's going to happen just because this is what happens. Like, it's anything can change. Markets can change at any point. You know that we've seen that. It's that's a constant. So what is our range here? If we break up, we probably won't go past this 800. We'll come back down to maybe 600s, or we'll just completely reject right here in this tiny little squeeze. We do have a little bit of a descending triangle and we are on a downtrend, so it's very possible that we do go down. Maybe Trump doesn't say anything spectacular and the markets react to that as no news being bad news instead of good news. But if we were to go down, right, when's the last time we crossed and went down underneath? So we crossed here, right? But we were already on a down day, so that doesn't really match. However, we did go down here. Let's just say, because that red did cross right here, we're already underneath it. These are all little factors that you have to consider. I want to see where red is above, blue is above, and we crossed. And that's just not. Okay, so this is a little better here. We crossed here. Wow, look at that. The next day, boom, flew up to that blue DSMA. Used that as resistance, but we eventually broke through it. My only issue with this here is that we don't have the SMA. We don't have that as a resistance right now. It's underneath us. So we may come back down to test it around 430s, 450s, maybe 500 when it opens tomorrow. It may open where this is curled up, so we may come back down to touch 500. I like that range. I like that 500. 500 may be where we um, have a little bit of test, right? And if we break that 500, then I mean it's probable that we'll go down to like 350. All right, so these are all levels here that are psychological. 350, 500. We're currently sitting at close at right underneath 600. So I can imagine us going to 600, maybe touching the top of this again on this next bar tomorrow at 628, 630, right? 630. I can see us maybe touching that, coming back down, um, testing this 600 again. Then we'll see where that goes. If we can hold support, which I doubt it because there's not really any support there. Looking at history, it doesn't look like there's much support there. We'll probably just run right through it. Then your next point would be 500. We do see some support here. Support here on 500. A lot of resistance, support. So 500 is going to be a uh, very important zone here if we come back down. If we do break under, very likely to eventually see 350, but and that would make it about a 250 point move. So that's what I like seeing. I like to see our averages and see a range. These are our ranges here, right? We got anywhere from 600 up to 800, or maybe more, and then we have anywhere from 600 down to 400, right? Um, 400 is most likely our point of support, I would say, but we could break down, touch 300, 350, and then bounce back up. Who knows? Nobody knows anything right now, right? Tomorrow's gonna be choppy, so we may just see a doji right here or something up here. But I just wanted to do a little bit of charting on that. Let's go into a smaller time frame. All right, so just based off of this, when the market opens, either we're gonna, because I have an SMA here, either we break right through that SMA to go and test our first range here at 630, and then eventually maybe even come up here to test 650, or that just pushes us further down and we just go straight down to the 500s and maybe even lower down to 450. You see where that DSMA is, 430. That's where we may pull some liquidity here, all the way back down to 350. So it all matches up when you look at it on a smaller time frame. If we go into the 15-minute time frame, 550, 550 down to 500, and then we sweep all this right here and come back up. So we got a lot of plays here. Very likely plays that we may see. Um, I can't imagine us breaking through this and holding and going higher on inauguration day. It's possible, but I just see more of a, what's up, Nick? I see more of us maybe testing the top here again, maybe touching 620, 630s, failing, double topping here on the 15, or really triple top here, which is a crown reversal possible, and back down on to. But the Asian markets are going to are gonna kind of do what it wants to do. The last Asian market was very for the most part, it was very choppy, I would say, for the most part. Um, until London session, and until news. Really, it was all just choppy. But if you look here, Asian session opened. Where we at? There it is. Asian session opened here. Right, we were all the way at the bottom. Everything was curling up already, and the Asian session just took us all the way back up. London session started pushing it, consolidating, pushing, and then New York session just made it go. Right, we were all the way at the bottom here, getting ready to dump, but the DSMA was so close. Right, we held up to the DSMA, or actually, no, we didn't make it to DSMA, but we opened up right at the DSMA, almost bounced off of it and went lower, but we didn't. Found support and it took off. When we open today, we'll probably see that DSMA up here at the 500. I wouldn't be surprised if we try to come down and test 500 today. Doesn't matter what session it is. Am I going to trade live? I may hop on. I may hop on for just to see how the market reacts, to it being inauguration day, technically, market speaking of the market. But we have an early day today. The market's going to close at 1 o'clock Eastern. So we would probably, it's going to be very choppy. There's not going to be any clear direction, but we do have ranges here. We do have ranges that we're going to play. It's going to be an interesting day. This DSMA, because of our movement here on that day, will be up here. 500 is our base. I'd be very surprised if we don't come back down to 500, whether that be during the Asian or London session, or whether that be during the New York session. I can't see us not coming back down to 500. My trading, I will be trading with the funded account because we kind of took an L on Friday. So we will have a profit goal of roughly about 500. If we can get more, we can get more. That's beautiful. We're trading micros, of course, but if we can happen to get more, that'd be awesome. Do me a favor and hit that like button. Appreciate everybody who's subscribed and has that notification bell on and is joining me here while we're looking at the charts to see what we may have in store for us tomorrow or in a few hours. It's just, it's very, if we're looking here, we just literally, it was just bear flag after bear flag after bear flag. But we're on that third wave. I don't like to play the ABC play, but I don't like it. I don't like to play that wave. We have a ways to go back up, but then we have a lot more ways to go back down. Our biggest issue here now is that we have created a lot of this whole range right here is just, you see it, right? It's a lot of chop, right? This is at this point, I would say it's probably a supply zone now more than a demand zone because we've cut through it came back down, cut through it, came back down, finally broke out of it, but we came right back into it, right? So this is very strong. This whole 600s is very strong. 6 to 630 is very strong. Um, we may just kind of chop on down here to the 500 point. Once we get here, we'll see maybe see a bounce, and then look for more up. Because if you look at it on a higher time frame, on the 30, let's say, right? Jeez, look at this. We broke under that algorithm, and we have this here. That we could be traveling to soon. So I prefer to look at it like this, but it's possible we go all the way down to that. Damn. Yeah, we may see this all the way down to this 500. When we get to this point, we might come under it, come back up, and that would just be a nice pullback and then a V-shaped recovery maybe. If not, this is the consolidation, right? We form our inverse headed, our inverse shoulder here, fall under, create that head, right? Pop back over this line here. Right? So shoulder created here, head, break back through, create another shoulder here, and then start heading back up. Or maybe create a shoulder up here and then maybe break through. So it's gonna take it'll take pretty much maybe 2 days. So Monday, Tuesday, we'll probably see a bounce back up and then maybe climb higher. If not, we may just drop here, maybe consolidate, drop more. Try to fight this, can't fight it, beat it, or get beat, and then back down to the 200s. So, and we still have all of this here to make up for, right? All of this right here from the news, from CPI. Was this CPI or was that CPI? I don't know. No, that was NFP. Maybe that was NFP. I can't remember. Either way, we have some things to make up for. So, even like a move like this, we had to make up for that, right? And then we came down lower. Move like this, we only came down about halfway with that. Made a bigger move again. So I mean, we could crash down here easily to the base of 21,000, just to kind of close up any of that, and then make our move higher. So, um, yeah, we'll see. Trump though. Trump is gonna want to make some kind of history on which he already has, right? His inauguration day, based on what we read, his inauguration day was the best performing inauguration day since Ronald Reagan second inauguration. So he's going to try to say whatever he can to try to move those markets up. He's going to do whatever he can to try to move those markets up. Otherwise, if it's in his cards to try to move the markets down so that whoever needs to get in can get in at a lower price, he could do that too. It's a lot of manipulation that's going to be happening tomorrow. So just be very careful. I like us touching 500 sometime soon, and then maybe even dropping down to 400 on Tuesday. I like to see that. But because of that inauguration day, it could just very well just come back to the top and blast through it. In which case, we might go up there to test somewhere around 800s and come back to form a base at the mid 600s. So yeah. Hey Sherry. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. For Ninja, since I have my personal account with paid market data subscription, I don't need to import. Right. You don't need to import. You don't even need to import it at all. Like it's just that, I figured since there's a free license key, and Ninja Trader used to be monthly. There used to be you had to pay for the license if I'm not mistaken. But they don't even require that anymore. So yeah, I like the idea of us either way, we have our ranges, right? But I like the idea of us possibly pumping up. Here's the thing: the way that I think that this is all going to be based on how the Asian London sessions move this market. If the Asian and London sessions happen to, try to break through and create a base here, we may pump up to 800 just because of the inauguration day and then come back, right? That's very possible. If we look at it on a higher time frame right now, uh, this is just a shoulder that we could be forming to create a head for inauguration day, right? We can create a head on inauguration day. This is day 2, right? So day 1, boom. Day 2, um, come back down. And then remember on Tuesday, I said I'd like to see us hit 500. So it's very likely that we're just forming somewhat of a head and shoulders here for the next couple days. I'd be very surprised if that's not what happens. But I mean, I'm not perfect. I don't know what's going to actually happen, but that's what I like to see. That's what I think is going to happen. Very likely. Um, and we may come right back down before market close, right? Before the market closes on Monday, which is right here. We may just go like this and then come back down, right? And when we come back down, if we do, remember the last inauguration was pretty much, it was very similar. We were range bound. We were range bound. So it's very possible that we come down right here. That will close the neckline. Then maybe we fight on Tuesday, create that right shoulder, and then finally, you know, dump back down to the 500s, 300s. Sorry, 300s. You do need to install Rhythmic. Rhythmic does need to be in the background there. I don't think in the video I said that, but I did say, we're gonna open up Rhythmic. So, yeah. You're welcome. So maybe the Asian market takes us up in London session. Maybe they take us up. London session helps. And then at the opening, we see this opening of New York session. Or maybe they might look above and then fail, right? Some chop from the Asian market, London, New York, close. Not that far, maybe down here. Then Tuesday takes us here. We try to break out, we fail, then back down. That's really what I'm seeing. Uh, because I mean, history tends to repeat itself, right? Look at this. It looks like we're just literally doing the exact same thing. Look, shot up, right? Down, up, down, down, up, down, up to make a little higher of a high. We failed to do that here. Consolidated, consolidating, shot up, and then started coming back down lower, right? So that's what I'm thinking. Shot up, start coming back down lower. Um, I mean, you can't make it up. It's there. You see it, right? Shot up, down, up, and then down. All right, shot up. Oops. Shot up, down, up, down, up. We didn't really do the down, but that could be that. This could be the down, and then try to get up here during the Asian session and London. Then maybe we ride like this, and then when the market opens, maybe we ride this the whole thing like this the whole time, and then when the market opens, then we'll see the shoot up again, right? And that's possible then that we'll try to hit that double top, drop back down, and then we're on the way down. So this is what I see for tomorrow or today. Come back up, touch it, reject, then we consolidate all the way back down, right, through these levels. Use this as the support. Maybe we might not touch it the whole time, but once we do, we'll bounce off of this right here, this range that we have. We may not touch it. It may be more along the lines of something like this. Then when the market finally does open, then we touch it, right? We touch this, and then we go bouncing. Or we don't even have to go like that. Like, it's possible we might just go like, it's gotta be quick. It's gotta be quick. We're not gonna have much time. So if anything, it might pop here. All right, so forget about this. It may pop here. Touch. Fail. All right. And that'll set up the move for lower lows on Tuesday. Right. We may not even go that low. We may go down as low as like right here. Okay, so what does that do then if that happens? So if we do that, right, creating this, possible that we go lower at this point, right? Or if it's possible we create a head in order to go back higher and continue going. It's either going to be that or we break through it, try to come back up, we make it up, then a little head and shoulders here again to take us lower, right? And if it takes us lower, there's a possibility that we go to fill this back. So we got a couple of possibilities. Another shoulder, another head, another shoulder, right? Back down. This is very possible here. Why not take a screenshot, right? Why not take a screenshot? Let's just show both sides. We'll show both sides. Okay. Yeah, it's possible. That's very possible. I just see the downside more than I see this upside. I All right, so just wanted to go ahead and speak my piece on that, show y'all what we see here on this chart. Appreciate y'all liking it up. Seems like Sundays may not be the day for us to go live. What up, Elite? Not many people on. It's understandable. I think that's mostly. Oh, Sherry, did you ever get an email back from Bulenox about your account? I bet you they emailed you back as soon as you said you were trying to buy more accounts. Guaranteed. They're just like, oh wait, we gotta fix this then. Everyone else, whatever. It's possible they haven't hit you back though. I just really hope that they do before midnight, so that way, you can go ahead and load up before they end that sale. What's going on, Elite? You doing any charting yourself? What do you see in the cards? What do you see in store for us for inauguration day? Anybody have any biases for what's gonna be today in 3 hours, which will be tomorrow? Yeah, hopefully before midnight. That'll really suck if they make you wait and then you miss out on that. I'm sorry that you're going through that. At first, I was kind of worried because it happened to me too on Friday, and at first I was kind of worried. I was like, okay, what did I do wrong? Did I do something wrong? And they locked me out, and not, I was still able to trade on the account, so I was just like, it couldn't have been anything like that. So that's why I'm like, you're good. You'll get an email back saying it's all good. Try it again. You will get that email. Have you been possibly logging? Still gonna ask for a discount for sure, for sure. Have you been possibly logging on from multiple devices? Because I think maybe that might be why they locked. Because I remember me trying to log in on my phone, and then it was saying that issue, and then I went back to my computer and it worked fine, but then like a few hours later, then it gave me the same issue on the computer. So I'm just wondering if that's just a security protocol that they have or something like that. No? Okay, so then I'm not sure exactly what it is. Could be also the fact that I'm trying to access the pages in there a million times a day. So possible 22? You like 22 Elite? So you like that upside. Okay. What makes you say that? I'd like to see what you see. Cause as of right this second, we rejected. And we definitely didn't reach, the 787, which I mean, like I said, inauguration day, right? It's very possible we get up here to about 800 and see how that actually aligns perfectly with what Elite is saying here. It's possible that we open up, we bounce off, come back up, right? Close this cup somewhat, right? Create a handle and then go back up. What is with these squiggles? You see these squiggles? Shit crazy. But yeah, I think maybe we create a wick right here, come back up, bounce off of here for support somewhere, and then head back up. But for the short term, just the next couple days, I see this breaking back down. Then maybe, this is what I see. Maybe like something. So we're gonna see on the daily, maybe something like this, right? We get all the way back up here, then we fail, then we come back up, then we come back down, and then go off of this, and then go. Come back down, and then go. Just because we need to, and then what that does is it creates a microstructure, right? If we do it like this, basically, we would be shoulder, head, shoulder, microstructure, shoulder, head, shoulder, right? Then we bounce up. Then another microstructure, shoulder, head, shoulder, and then we break out. It's very possible. It's what I see. Now the drawings look terrible because for some reason it's squiggling based on each day, but I wish it was. I don't know why it does that. Why doesn't it just let me just draw? Let me just draw. Why does it have to stick to everything? I mean, the magnet is off. Like, what's good? I wish I had took a pic of my dashboard for Bulenox user ID and password, then I could trade from Bulenox. Oh, damn. You don't have so you haven't connected your stuff at all, huh? Maybe a good thing. Sometimes things happen for a reason, even though they seem to be against your way and against your what you think is an opportunity, but ends up being being something bad, right? It's like I'm a firm believer, like if I'm supposed to be somewhere at a certain time and little things keep tripping me up from leaving on time, it's meant to be. Like it's keeping me from, maybe getting into an accident or seeing somebody I didn't want to see or getting into an argument or those kind of things. I'm very, I wouldn't say superstitious, but it's just my experiences in life have brought me to these conclusions. I'll say that. Yeah. So, we see this. Obviously, we see this. I mean, we're on an uptrend, right? There's no cause for a downside except for pullbacks in order to go higher. I don't really see any downside here. It's not much, except for, well, we kind of took some of that. We can definitely go higher. Why not? You like Project X? So you gave it a shot? You got the Project X rather than Rhythmic? Yeah, Project X is they use trading view charts. So I'm pretty sure, I don't know if you get, the only thing I don't like about trading view is that they make you pay $7 a month on top of whatever kind of subscription you may already have in order to get the real time data feeds, the market. So like second to second data. Otherwise, you're getting 5 second. See right here, market close, one update every 5 seconds. Even when the market's not closed, it still updates each, even if you have it on the minute, right? Unless you're paying for that extra $7 a month, this candle, each candle will update every 5 seconds. So, in real time, in 1 second, it may have jumped up like this, but you won't see that until 5 seconds later or 4 seconds later. Then all of a sudden you'll see this bar turn green and go crazy. Like, that's the only thing I don't like about TradingView, is that they're freaking money hungry bastards. And to me, they're very scheming, like, because I've had in the past, right, on my phone, even right now, on my phone, if I wanted to sign up for, let's say, the plus package, it's like $29.99 a month. But if I do it through the website, it's like $14.99 a month. So to me, that's sketchy as hell. Like, why are you doing me like that? If I did it on my phone, it would have been double the price than if I did it through the website. So keep that in mind with TradingView, y'all. If y'all are paying for any kind of monthly, just look and see what the difference is. Or if you're going to pay a monthly and you want to sign up, just make sure that you look and see what the difference is between the two plans. If you don't have a TradingView account, I would really appreciate if you allow me to refer y'all. don't really care about the $15, but it does help. Uh, I will actually put that in the description below as well. I need to add that stuff. That should be all in there. But anyway, yeah, like I'm saying though, here is just make sure that you know that you are not getting real time feeds. It's not that big of a deal, but I don't know. I haven't used Project X, so I don't know. Do you, when you use Project X, do you see all the jitters of the candles like every second? Or are you just seeing like movements like this every 5 seconds? Am I playing to trade futures in 1.5 hours? We may get on. Yeah, we may hop on to see what happens. What the Asian market and the London sessions may bring us to set us up for the New York session. But for the most part, I'll probably be on just to see what happens early on the Asia session and then hop off. So I'll go live though. Oh, it's better than trade. Wow. Okay. Good. Yeah, I've been told that it's, you know, Project X is pretty good. Huh. And Walker is actually the one who said it. And Walker is the one who actually just posted in trade ideas. Let's see what he said. In 2017, 35 and it moved 38. Biden moved about 100. Excuse me. It moved about 85. ATR is at 425. Size down, wide stop losses should be in your game plan. Okay. Okay. So the ATR, I'm guessing, is average trading range, right? So back then, 35 points was the average trading range. And then during Biden, it moved up to 154 points and it moved 85 points. And so we're looking like, okay, so basically based on the math, right? Average trading range right now is 425. So my trading range of about 250 points for tomorrow is on point. If not, it may be a little bit less than what it actually will be, right? So we may be looking at a $300 point move. So should that be the case, a 300 point move, and that depends now where we open, right? Because we're not considering, I don't think that's considered, I think that's New York session numbers. I doubt that that's including what the Asian session and London sessions have done. So let's just say that the Asian session and the London sessions do move us up a little bit. All right. And we get to the point where we're up here. What the hell happened to my, that's weird that it's not saving, but let's just say it moves us back up here. We touch back down. Damn, all my ranges are gone. What the hell is wrong with TradingView? Thank you. Stop being weird. This isn't, is this all my ranges? It is. Okay, these are all my ranges here. And let me put these on just so that in case TradingView tries to screw me again. We're looking at about 810. I'm gonna put this in Quant Tower. Looking at about 810. We don't need 10 years anymore. Let's go with 5 days. $8.10. 630. $500. $400 and $350. Which I already have on the. That's yeah. We already got it. 400 and 334 levels here. So we already have those there established. So these are our levels here on Quant Tower. Much rather have it on Quant Tower anyway. Two-step eval is rough. Don't think I'm doing that again. Who has two steps? I don't remember who has two steps. I don't know if they do two-step anymore. Like now it's eval, then funded for like almost everyone, Bulenox included. Bulenox is to me is that's what I'm using. Now eventually I don't want to have all my eggs in one basket, right? So once I get a payout from Bulenox, I'll probably I'm definitely gonna activate another couple of master accounts because I have two of them sitting there ready to be activated. But I also do need to go ahead and hopefully there's another sale. All right. Hopefully Apex has another 90% sale. If they do, we'll jump on that. We'll get some accounts on there and try to pass the evals quickly. What's up, Psych? Who else? If Topstep has another sale, then or it has a better sale, I may give Topstep a chance again. You don't want to put all your eggs in one basket because these prop firms, things happen and some of them go out, right? But yeah, and y'all will get to see all of it live, right? The only thing you won't see live is me putting in my payout request because I don't want y'all to have all my information. But yeah, I'll show it to y'all. We're gonna have all of this journaled on the channel, and see how everything goes with each prop firm. And yeah. Now I will say this: I've already blown a whole bunch of topstep accounts. MyFundedFutures are has been rough, But when they go on sale, when you see them on sale and it's a good deal, you gotta jump on it. And I'll always try to stay updated on those and let y'all know who's having what sale and who's doing what. It'd be nice if there was like an inauguration sale, like you know what I'm saying? I'd be happy with that. Let me know. Let me know. Inauguration sale. Everything is $20. Since it's the 20th. Or, MyFundedFutures or so and so who usually are $100 or more, they're like 45th president is getting inaugurated for the second time. All accounts are $47. Like that'd be fire. That'd be fire. What platforms have y'all been using? Blue Sky have two-step. Second stage is sim fund. Oh yeah, these are all sim funded. Pretty much. They're all sim funded. Bulenox sim funded. Apex sim funded. Topstep sim funded. MyFundedFutures is sim funded. What's the other one? Take Profit is sim funded. All of them are two steps. But I mean, what's wrong with sim funded? You have an issue with sim funded? No major issue, I guess. I just prefer the security of being put on a brokerage, so I know my money is going to get paid. I can see that. I can see that. Considering that they have a lot of rules and stuff. Once you get put into a live account, they won't really bother you because you're making that money. They don't care about all the consistency rules and stuff like that. But yeah, what's up with Trump coin, man? Like, come on, chill out. I'm not against crypto, but I'm also just kind of like, mm, I'm good. I'm good. I used to do that all the time. That's all I did was crypto, and mm, you can make money on it, but you can lose money too. It's easier. I think it's easier to lose money in crypto than it is in any other market. Here's the thing with crypto, luck, a lot of luck is involved. Like, and when I say luck, there's no way to really time it, and it could just pop, and you could just make crazy money, right? But excuse me, I don't know. It's just it's a little fishy. I'm not with it anymore. I will say this: we all know that Trump and China have a love hate relationship, right? And I think that's all for just in front of the curtain. Behind the curtains, they may be, working out business deals together, blah blah blah. They're going to, right? They are going to work out some kind of deal in favor of America. That's the one thing I do like about it. So this whole TikTok ban is pure manipulation. It's pure manipulation because all that's going to do for all the people who are uh a lot of people are already pro Trump, but the people who are anti Trump that are like basically using TikTok as their thumb and their babies and they're sucking on it, um, they are going to have somewhat of a positive feeling about Trump coming into this inauguration. The timing couldn't be better, right? The timing couldn't be better. um, I do wonder how this Asian session is going to be, though. I have to wonder. So we got, and it's not in an hour and a half. Who said an hour and a half? It's in 2 hours, right? 2 hours and a half. So you don't see it in your Bulenox. Did you connect to Bulenox in NinjaTrader? You know, you have to set up the connections. Did you watch the video? It is green, and then you click on accounts and you don't see it in NinjaTrader. What about when you open the order entry and you select? Can you select the Bulenox accounts? Should be a mental trading week for sure. It's going to be very unpredictable, very choppy. You know, very volatile, not choppy, volatile. And you said you watched the video. You did all of what? Yeah, okay. I don't know, man. I don't really have much experience with NinjaTrader, so I can't really tell you the ins and outs of that and any issues like that. Do you still have your other account connected? Disconnect that one and then see what happens. I don't think you need to import keys. Don't have both connected. Connect one and then see if the accounts show up. I'm kind of fiending here, man. Let's see some movement. I know the market's closed, but damn, open up. Give me something. So let's look at this. Friday, right? Friday was obviously a bullish ass day. But if we look at once we actually opened here and we closed down here. So really, Friday for New York session was actually a bearish day. We actually had a bearish day on New York session Friday. Okay. And following that, on the 16th, on Thursday, right, we opened up right around here, and we closed down here, down there. So this right here is artificial. This move up is artificial as hell because this is from news. So price action, if we're talking strictly just price action outside of news, we are in a very bearish. We're in 2 days of bearish movement, and then I'm pretty sure the day before that was probably bearish as well. Let's see. Can't see shit. Let me hide all this shit. 15th, we had news again, but we're not looking at that news. We opened here and closed up here. So actually, it was actually a bullish day on the 15th. And then on the 16th, 16th at 8:30, we're bearish. And then the 17th, we're bearish. So, you know, but once again, today, Inauguration Day is going to be artificial too. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see what happens. It's going to be one hell of a day. And it's only a half a day. Yeah, we went through Friday's lows being that support area. If we look at where I charted, I have that 51,500, and I have a whole game plan for that. I mean, I just literally have a and that's I think that might be a little lower actually. Yeah, Friday's lows are here. And so 500, the 500s. But I think we can maybe even break down lower in order to get a nice pullback to rally back up. Down to 400. Bounce, because I feel like we're gonna bounce off of this algorithm here. So maybe, yeah, just in between 400, 500 somewhere we get a bounce. I think the DSMA has an important role in that, and then we'll rally from there. We'll see how that goes, though. Half a day of account massacre. Yes, be very careful. Very careful. Size down, big time. Size down, big time. I'll probably be, especially if you have trailing drawdown. Like, luckily right now, I have no trailing drawdown because on step 2, which is sim funded, which is the master account on Bulenox, once you get to 52,600, your trailing drawdown is gone. There's no longer a trailing drawdown. You have a hard breach of 50,100. So I am at 52,400. I hit 52,600 already, so that I'm already in that no trailing drawdown. I just had a rough ass Friday. I just took it out on my account for no reason. But moving forward, for Monday and maybe even Tuesday, I do need to trade, and I do have a profit goal trading MNQ micros. I have a profit goal of $500 a day all throughout this week. So if we can hit 500 a day all throughout this week, beautiful. We may be able to process a payout on Friday to get it on Wednesday, which will be my first payout through Bulenox. I doubt it. I doubt that it would count as one trading day because it's not like the market's not opening here in like a couple hours, right? So you got all those hours. It's more than just a early closure. It's not like the market's waiting to open until 8:30 and then close at 12. So I clicked that plugin checkbox and restarted. Not one I tried to connect is showing yellow since the last 3 minutes. So I click that plug-in checkbox and restart. Do you have allow plugins on Rhythmic Trader Pro? You have to turn it on over there too. You skim through that video. My videos are you can't skim through because everything, is there's very small important tidbits throughout the whole video. So anytime you watch a video of mine, you have to watch the whole thing to make sure that, even those small, tiny little details, you don't miss them. Pop up to the high. Yeah, I mean, that's what we got here as the trading idea, the trade idea here. Where we at? Let's look at it like this. Excuse me. This is on the 5-minute here, so what we got? Let me open it up here in the browser and make it bigger. It's kind of what we got here. A break above. Where do we have that break above at? About 618, 611, right? So rally up for the day and then crash back down before close. Really, I think that I think based on what I was saying, we'll get a little pop up and then touch that top, and then Asian session won't be strong enough for that. Asian session will probably go down, and then when we do open up, we could actually maybe Asian session will take us all the way back down to the 500, and then when we do open up New York session, that's when we're gonna see that rally to the top, and then bounce back down. We'll see the Asian. I think Asian session is probably gonna try to break top, and then it's gonna come back down to 500. Then we rally at New York session. I'm thinking we pop up to the high at the open, then pull back. Yeah, right at the open. Most likely. I see that. That's yeah. That's what I'm seeing. That's the time frame I gave on this too. Like, this is over a span of 2 days. I did this based on 2 days. I wanted to kind of have an idea of what we're gonna see for the next 2 days, right? So this is what I'm seeing. We're gonna go up here in the Asian session, then we'll just crawl back down. Then the open of the New York session brings us back here. And then right before close, maybe come back down, try to go a little lower on the open of Tuesday, fight back up during the Asian session. New York session opens somewhere around here, bring us back up here again, and then we fail and close lower. To kind of give us time, right, for red SMA, which is here, right, to give us time for red to catch up a little bit and for confirmation of us continuing the move up and keeping and getting we need to get purple, pink. We need pink to come back up over blue again. So this us going back down is simply giving us time for pink to catch up and cross back over blue, and for red to catch up, and then we can shoot up. Right? That's kind of what I see, and how things I think are gonna go. We have to come back down in order to give us time for this blue to get underneath pink, and for red to start coming up, and then we take off. So this week I think is gonna be somewhat of a down week. The sentiment is bearish overall. Obviously, we have a larger time frame. If we're looking at the larger time frame, our sentiment is bearish, right? The fear index, the fear and greed index has pushed more towards closer to neutral by very little, so we're still in that fear state, and we're still in a bearish trend right now. So everything looks to be pointing down for the short term in the next week. And then somewhere along the line, we may start seeing some more buying, putting us back into a neutral range, changing the direction of this overall direction. Y'all can't see that. Changing the overall direction of our trend, our current trend, right? So, and then we can start making our way back up. I don't think there's any reason to call for a reversal yet. There's none. There's literally nothing showing a reversal. And if we go back even further here, let's just say 6 months. Yeah, there's literally nothing here that we can say to call for a reversal with any confirmation either. Even if we rally back up here, that still doesn't tell us, oh, we're gonna go higher, right? Now we can get to 22,000. That's fine. That's fair. But we can touch 22,000 and then go even lower, right? It's very possible. Until we have true confirmation of it, we can't really say anything about it yet. In regards to change of direction. But if that's just a target of yours, I can see it happening. It's possible, very possible. If we're looking at targets on the daily, if we look on the daily here, I mean, yeah, we're due for consolidation and a retest here, right? So in the next, within this month, I think we're definitely retesting this. Because look how often I mean, look how often we test it. February to October, or like March, February, March to October. So about 8 months, right? Then we go from October to August, which is about 10 months. Then we had a quick test right here in September. So, and now we're 4 months away. But let's say this is the real test. This wasn't really a test. I don't think it even touched it. Yeah, it didn't even touch it. But the actual test here was in August, and that is 5 months ago. So anywhere from 6 to 10 months, we could come back and test it again. What I kind of don't like is it's not too bad. But we're kind of, last time we had a high and consolidated, right? We came back and tested. Failed it, went back down, and then we came back up. So I can see this happening here again, right? Because we hit a high, we double topped it, and then we fell down. So we can possibly, just because of this inauguration, could be our double top here, maybe never get past these highs of 22,000 and then break back down. In which case, that is going to be ugly to see, because man, that would be ugly to see. Because then we're possibly on down. Imagine, oh my God, a crazy crash. That would, and it's in the cards, right? People keep talking about a crash, a huge crash, big crash, big crash. It's possible. It's very possible we could see a huge crash. But then, if it does crash and we do need to form let's say that's the head, this is our shoulder. We crash down, touch the neckline around 11,000, come back up to about anywhere from 15 to 17,000 for another move down. I doubt that that's going to happen, but I figure we might come back to at least somewhere around here, 18, 19 eventually, sometime, whether it be this year or next year. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. 18, 19. Just remember, 18, 19,000. It's very possible. Very possible. 18, 19,000 on down. And then maybe we get a bounce from there and keep going. But that just all depends on how the market reacts to the highs here. Trump may take us higher. Trump can take us higher. It's very possible. But then whoever comes in next is going to be the one to see this, most likely. Most likely. Although, to be fair, these past 4 years, Marcus done well. But that's also because, overall, I don't think, you can't say that Biden was really doing anything. He was just kind of just a puppet, the face, if you want to even call it that. He's been in the basement, right? So one ugly looking puppet. Kind of looks like you know who he looks like? Have y'all what is his name? Who's the guy who does the puppets? Y'all know what I'm talking about? Dunham. Walter. That was his name. He's Walter. He's Jeff Dunham's Walter. Low key. But yeah, yeah, long term, I don't know, man. It's scary. We are at the top, and when you're at the top, you can go higher, but it's very likely that you're gonna there's a higher probability of you dropping down, right? Than to keep going up. But I mean, it's possible, man. Maybe I just can't see it. I'm bare. I'm bearish as hell. Um, I'm a very bearish person. Uh, in trading, like to me, I like the downside because it's inevitable, right? The upside is infinite and unpredictable. The downside is usually more predictable. So I like the predictability of downside. So um, the only thing is we have a lot of things that factor into that because we have some ridiculously growing companies. You know, Apple, you know, becoming the first 4 trillion. You got Nvidia, you got Tesla, you got all these big boys that just keep growing and growing and somehow making more money. Like, so it's I don't know. There's still not much of a balance of in the economy. You know, you still have the rich getting richer, the poor getting poorer. Um, with inflation added into the mix, um, it's all questionable. All questionable. Connected finally, even if I have my own personal account, I still need that key. Ah, so you do need that key. Interesting. Okay. Well, good to know. Thank you, Nick. If you would go to the video um, and comment that and just say, so I have a personal account with NinjaTrader and it wasn't showing me my accounts. So I imported that key from Bulenox into NinjaTrader and connected back and all set. If you say something along those lines, just so that if somebody else has that same issue, they'll be able to see in the comments how to fix it. I'd really appreciate it if you took the time to do that, Nick. Help out whoever it is that's looking for some help, right? It only takes a few seconds, maybe a minute or two, if you're slower at typing. What key you need? So there's a Bulenox gives you a NinjaTrader key. And so you'll want to use that NinjaTrader key and import it into NinjaTrader from the website, logged in. There's a import key section. Yeah, the license key. You'll want to use that. You will want to use that. Hey yo, whoa. Why are you sharing your key, brother? Get that out of here. Why would you share your key? Don't share your own key. You're doing yourself a disservice. Everyone gets a free key through Bulenox. Everyone gets a free key through Bulenox. Bulenox will give you a free key. I do appreciate you sharing though. I don't know if the keys are something that you don't want to share. I wouldn't want to share mine. It's not a big deal. I guess it's not. But in case there is something attached to that key, whether it be your account or whatever, I wouldn't recommend using other keys. Whether or not it hurts you or not, I would recommend using your own because you get one for free from Bulenox. They'll give you one. So I don't know. It's probably the same for everybody. I wouldn't be surprised if the key's the exact same for everybody. So I only remove that just to help you. So I mean, if you're okay with sharing it, I guess I shouldn't have removed it. It's really up to you what you do with what you want to do. I feel like Earn to Trade. I remember Earn to Trade. How was that experience? What was the one? My funded forex. That was the one that scammed or closed up on everybody and just like exit. Yeah, the exit. They exited on everybody. And there was another one, something capital. There was another one, something capital, and they that was like an exit scam, if I'm not mistaken. I had a friend of mine. He actually was heavily invested into it, spent a lot of money, lost a lot of money on it, trying to get make money off of trading futures, and they just dipped. They ended up dipping. I want to say that there's like a lawsuit for that too that you can claim or something. I don't know. I don't get into all of that. I don't get into that. I kick the habit. But yeah, we got the market opening up in a couple hours here, less than a couple hours. I'm just staring at these charts just to see if I see something. You never know, right? You might be just glancing and then you just like, wait a minute. Yeah, I know that's the key for your Ninja Trader. I removed it just because I don't know if sharing keys is harmful or whatever. But you know, trying to see if I see anything. Yeah, I think I like Asian market driving us down to 500. And then London session helping us come back up. Uh, Obviously, this is not scaled. I like Asian session kind of driving us, testing, come back down. London session coming to help us back up. And then market opens, Trump speaks, and we close up here somewhere. And then Asian session maybe bringing us back down. London session trying to bring us back up, but brings us back down more. Open of New York session, and we just like bounce, we tank and bounce, and then go lower. I like it. I like it. I'm actually gonna record that for my own reference, even though it didn't save. Damn, I didn't have backtrack on. I'm tripping. Whatever. All good. All G. All G. But yeah, I'm gonna hop off, probably hang out with the fam and eat something before this market opens up in a couple hours here. Appreciate y'all chilling with us, chilling with me, and just kind of looking at these ideas, and hopefully we will see it play out the way I think it plays out, because I really do believe we're gonna kind of, like I said, this is what I see here. Asian session kind of bringing us back down. London session bouncing us. Then the open of the market of New York session just kind of rip. And then we close here, probably somewhere around here. And then the next day when we open back up, back to the downside, downside, bounce, bounce, bounce in the range, downside, downside. Yeah. This is what I think might happen. Maybe. Anything can happen. But yeah, if I hop on, I will hop on the live. So y'all be on the lookout for that. Make sure you're subscribed and you hit the notification bell, and you have all notifications on by tapping the notification bell again and then hitting all, so that way you know if I do happen to go live again. But until the next time I see you guys, whether it be tonight or tomorrow morning, we will be on for sure for opening bell tomorrow. We get on usually 15 minutes early, maybe 30 minutes early if I can, but usually 15 minutes early. We get a feel for the markets, look at what the Asia session and London session are doing, and are doing, and then we get a gauge from there. And we may even, start trading, scalping prior to the New York session. But until next time, whether it be 2 hours from now or however many hours it is until New York session open, I will see you later. Y'all have a good one. Peace. Oh, and join the Discord. If you haven't joined the Discord, join the Discord. Link is in the description. Bulenox, last day for the sale. Final day for the sale. $15.75. 1 day pass. 50K eval account. Use code Yang. Link is in the description. And I have videos for everything, which I'm going to add to the descriptions here for the upcoming streams. So, but you can go to the channel and check it out. And follow me on Twitter. Please follow me on Twitter. If you have a Twitter, follow me on Twitter. It's Yang. It's Trader Yang YT. Trader Yang YT. Thanks, guys. And girls. Ladies.